So the PC Helper application is a fantastic tool if our primary concern is files, files that we need to attach to a record, build a new record, or download from a new record. Now, please do note that this PC Helper application is the backbone for the other add-ins that we're going to be talking about today. So to download the PC Helper application, it's really quite simple. It's available to all of our users. You just go into the Help menu from the top navigation menu in CobbleStone, down to Helper Applications, and then head to the page and download. My apologies. Hopefully the soft phone doesn't continue to ring. All right, yeah. So, like I said, the PC Helper app is great if our central focus is files. That way, we can work with that and actually log into CobbleStone directly through the application without having to necessarily launch the web app like we've been working with this whole time. Now, of course, not every function is available through the PC Helper application. As I mentioned, it is primarily file-centric, but works incredibly well for PC users. Now, I do note that this is only available for the PC. I'm afraid we do not have Mac or any Linux versions available. It is strictly for Windows. So again, if we go into the top navigation menu to Help and then down to Helper Applications, we'll launch the page where we can download this as well as the plugins. Once it's installed, we get the pop-up that we see toward the top. We just click OK, and then we're asked to log in. The very first time we log in, we're going to have to populate everything. The CobbleStone login web address, our username, and our password. We can also note if we're using Active Directory for the system and an Active Directory integration, which is only available for a deployed or on-premises type installation as opposed to a SaaS install. We can use AD. Once we've successfully logged in and we log back out, we close things out. The web address and the login name, the username, are saved from our last use. You will have to re-enter your password unless we're specifically marking to save that, which is a new feature for us. Once we've logged in, however, we get access to a fair number of modules. So we can see just about any record type that we've got in the system, from requests to contracts, employees and customers, our counterparties, and even the optional add-on modules for e-sourcing and purchase orders, provided those have been licensed. I'll talk about the clause option here first, because it really is the most straightforward. It's by far the simplest, and that's what we see on the right-hand side. If we click clauses, we get a pop-up, and it displays all of the entries in our clause library, the same clause library that we could use to merge in those static clauses from document templates. And if you click an option, the text displays toward the bottom. The greater use for this, of course, is actually working with records and working with files that we've got in CobbleStone. So if we select an area, for this example, I went to contracts, I can perform a contract search. This works just like a quick search and can be filtered as well. So we'll put a search string into search criteria, take care of any filter criteria, and click search. Once we've done that, we can see a handful of options here. So we've searched, and then we get a list of all of the contract records in this example in the system with some very high-level metadata, some high-level data fields that are displaying, so we can determine which record's which. Again, though, the focus really is not the record itself at this point, but the file. So once we have a basic idea of the record that we're seeking, and we double-click that, we can go to a list of all of the files associated with that particular record. In this case, contract ID number 73, and it has 4 files associated with it. I could double-click a file and open it on up, be it in Microsoft Word or Adobe Acrobat Reader, whatever the case might be. We're able to open up that file. We can also add new files to the record very easily simply by dragging and dropping onto that list of files that are already there. So if we drag and drop a new file on there, it goes and it is attached to the record in CobbleStone. So really easy, again, if we are really our primary concern is files. Of course, we can jump into CobbleStone itself from here. We do have the link to go to the complete record inside of CobbleStone, so it's easy to navigate there as well. Any questions about the PC Helper application so far?
This feature is for local file system, or it's like from local file system, any file we can upload purpose. That is the purpose of PC Helper.
Yeah, great question. Yeah, as far as uploading goes, we can take any of our local or network files and simply drag and drop them on there, and it'll attach right on up to the record.